Okay, so let's have a look at a 2019 ratio question for higher level. It's Shannon. So let's have a look at the questions that we need to answer for this. So part A, we're looking at the cash sales if the period of credit days to debtors is 1.5 months. So that we're looking at the average debtors days for that one. Your dividend yield, your dividend cover, return on capital employed, and the PE ratios. They're all part of part A. The right hand side then that the ratios need to calculate for part B, which is the commenting section. So the EPS, the DPS, interest cover, asset test, market value of one ordinary share, return on capital employed, gearing, dividend cover, and dividend yield. And this here is the information that we have for a trade and profit and loss account. And this here then is our balance sheet. So the first question that we need to look at is the average days calculating the cash sales from our debtors. So our formula that we need to know is our trade debtors divided by credit sales multiplied by 12 over 1 because it's equal to 1.5 months. So if we fill in the formula, so your trade debtors divided by credit sales multiplied by 12 over 1 is equal to 1.5 months. We have to find out what is our credit debtors, or trade debtors. That's easy enough to find out from our balance sheet. Credit sales, remember, sales is made up of two parts. It's made up of cash sales and it's made up of credit sales. So in this question, they've probably given our cash sales 960,000. So as part of the ratio, we're going to find out what is the credit sales. When we take the credit sales away from the cash sales, the sales here, we're going to get our cash sales. And also then we can find out what our debtors are. So it tells us here, your current assets including debtors is 78,000. So we can fill that in our formula. So in our formula, with our 78,000, we're just going to say credit sales is X, because that's the figure we need to find out. Multiplied by 12 over 1 is equal to 1.5 months. So we're just going to cross multiply by X. So we're going to bring our 1.5, so we're going to get rid of the 1. So we're going to have 78,000. When we cross multiply, 12 is going to come across here to the X. So 78,000 multiplied by 12. And that's going to be equal to 1.5 multiplied by X. So just cross multiplying here. So we're bringing the X over the equals. We're getting rid of the 1. So we're going to 78,000 multiplied by 12. Will be on a line is equal to 1.5 months multiplied by X. So we multiply 78,000 by 12 is going to give you 936,000. That's equal to 1.5x. So we'll just go rid of the x, the multiplication sign here. So that's 1.5x. So now we're going to bring 1.5 back over the equals. So it's kind of very much kind of maths class. So when it's multiplied on one side, it's division on the other side. So it's going to be 936,000 divided by 1.5 is equal to X. So your X, which is credit sales, when we divide 1.5 into 936,000, it's going to give you 6,200 or 624,000. So usually where students find the difficulty in is this section here. So all we're trying to do, we've got our trade creditors, credit sales is X, 12,000 or 12 over 1 is equal to 1.5 months. All what we're doing is just trying to get one line. Okay, so because we've got X here, we can cross multiply. So we're bringing X over the equals. So when we bring X over the equals, you're going to have 78,000 multiplied by 12. You're going to have 1.5 months multiplied by X. So because we're multiplying here, because we want to find out what X is, so we bring 1.5 back over the equals. So if it's multiplying on one side, it's going to be division on the other side. So it's 78,000 multiplied by 12 gives you 936,000. That's going to be divided by 1.5 and that's going to give you what your X is. So as we said earlier on, total sales is equal to credit sales plus cash sales. So the question is telling us to find out what is the cash sales. So if you go back to the question, it tells us cash sales here. So your cash sales is equal to total sales. So because total sales is on, so cash sales is going to be equal to total sales minus credit sales. So just rewrite arranging this formula here. Okay, so because we've got our total sales 960,000, that's taken straight from the question. So your sales up here at 960,000. We calculated our credit sales from this section here, which is 624,000. So you're going to take 960,000 away from 624. So your cash sales then is going to be 336,000. And that's the answer that we're looking for part A. Now remember with these that you should be putting them into the correct units. So the marks will be given to you for units. So this should actually be in currency. So marks will be given for the units, so it should be euros within that question itself. Okay, so that's how you answer part 1 for 2019 Shannon PLC.